We're going over the 2.1 writing and graphing inequality notes. First, let's begin with some vocabulary. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. This is the symbols less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. The solution of an inequality is a value that makes the inequality true. So when you plug it back in, a number back in to see if it is solution, then the inequality, when you simplify it, will be true. So like it will say something like 6 is less than 10, and we'll be like, oh, hey, that's true. The solution set is the set of all solutions. That make the inequality true. Okay, pause as you need to finish writing the vocabulary down. All right, the inequality symbols right here. This is a less than symbol. Sometimes you'll see the words fewer than. And we'll go back and we'll add details if we find things as we go that would fit in here. This is greater than, or sometimes you'll see more than. Let's see here. This is less than or equal to. You'll sometimes see it at most, meaning at most means that amount or less. Or you'll see no more than, meaning it's equal to that amount or less, it's not more than. And then on this one, you'll see greater than or equal to. At least, meaning that amount or more. You'll see no less than, meaning it's that amount or more, it's not less than. Now, when you're graphing, you're going to use an open circle. And on these two, when graphing, you're going to use a closed circle. Okay, let's practice this. Write each sentence as an inequality. A number W minus 3.5, okay, that's W minus 3.5, is less than or equal to, that's the symbol, negative 2. There's our sentence as an inequality. All right, 3 is less than, okay, less than a number n plus 5. All right, 0 is greater than or equal to twice a number x, that's 2 times x, is when you see twice a number, it's 2 times that variable, plus 1. Okay, try this one real quick. The sum of a number z, n 16.2, is at most 30. Okay, so the sum of z and 16.2, so that's z plus 16.2, is at most. We can look up here and see at most is less than or equal to. The other thing that we can do is we can think of at most means 30 or less. So equal to 30 or less, that's less than or equal to. Okay, 12 is no less than, all right, 12. And no less than, if I go look up here, no less than is this symbol. It's the greater than or equal to symbol because no less than means it's equal or more. Twice, now look at the wording here, the sum of a number and 2. So first you have to do this, the sum of a number and 2, and then take twice of that. So put it in parentheses and times 2. It's how they worded that, is how you know that it goes in parentheses. Had they said the sum of twice a number and 2, you would have just done 2n plus 2. But because they said twice the sum of the number, that tells you twice the parentheses that's adding. How we check a solution is we go ahead and we just plug in the number. So we're plugging in -4 for x. And so we simplify that. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. Is 4 less than negative 3? No. So therefore, it did not check out, so it is not a solution. All right, let's try that again. So plugging in negative 4 for x to see if it's a solution. When I do it on this side, I get negative 4.5 times negative 4, that's 18. Is 18 greater than negative 21? Yes, so negative 4 is a solution. It's not the only solution, but it is a solution. All right, and checking back in here, we get negative 8 plus 3 is less than negative 5. That is negative 5 is less than negative 5. Is it less than negative 5? No, it's equal to, not less than. So negative 4 is not a solution. Okay, in terms of graphing, we have this symbol right here, the less than or equal to symbol. So that tells me we need a closed circle. So on our number line, I'm just going to put a few numbers here. So at negative 3, it's a closed circle. And where it is less than or equal to, numbers get less as you go to the left. Okay, and then on this one, this is at 5 halves, which is the same as 2.5. And so you have 1, 2, actually, I'll tell you what, let's go every other one. So we have halves in there. So if we put 2 there, then 2.5 is right here. That's 2.5. And the symbol is greater than, so it's an open circle. And numbers get greater as you go to the right. Okay, let's look at C. So on C, you have 0. I'm skipping here so that I'm actually going by halves. Half is right here. That's between 0 and 1. It's an open circle because when it's less than, it's an open circle. There's the underline, it's closed circle. And less than is to the left. Okay, this one's kind of funky. We're going to go ahead and flip this entire thing. Okay, so we went ahead and flipped this, and notice what I did. I took this entire thing and I flipped the whole thing around, okay? You just flip-flopped it. So you see I have the X and now it's on the left. The 6 is on the right, but look at the symbol. Do you see how this symbol is opening towards the X? Like if you picture the whole alligator thing is eating the X, this is still opening towards the X, so it's still eating the X. So I still am the same thing. I didn't like change its value or mess it up. Okay, so if I go right here, I have a closed circle at 6, and numbers are greater than or equal to 6. The equal to is why it's closed. The greater than is off to the right because numbers get bigger as you go to the right. So when it's less than or equal to with the variable on the left and a number on the right, that points to the left. Okay, when you have your variable and you have greater than or equal to, and then the number, it goes to the right. Okay, the graph shows the height restriction h, so there's my variable, for a ride at an amusement park. Write and interpret an inequality that represents the height restriction. Well, it's h, it's pointing to the right, so it's greater than, but it's a closed circle, so it's greater than or equal to 48. And what this means is it's a height restriction, so you must be at least 48 inches tall to ride the ride. Because the closed circle tells you can be exactly 48, and the arrow to the right tells you can be taller than 48. Okay, this one says, write this in words. The winning swimming team earned 245 points. The other team earned at least 72 points less. Write an inequality that represents this. Okay, X is the number of points the other team earned. Okay, so the winning team was at 245. If you subtract the other team's points, it said it was at least 72 points less. So it was greater than or equal to, it said at least 72 points less. So the difference of the scores is at least 72 points apart or more. Okay, then if we solve it, it says, was one of the teams able to earn 180 points? Well, if you plug that into check, 245 minus 180 is 65. Is 65, 72 or more points apart? No. Okay, so no, it's not possible. 180 is not a solution because it is only 65 points less. But they said at least 72 points less. That's our notes for today.